New York Attorney General Letitia James is being accused of real estate fraud, similar to what she accused President Trump of doing, and she's not taking it very well. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about New York Attorney General Letitia James being accused of mortgage fraud, similar to what she accused President Donald Trump of doing in New York City. Now, there's a lot to this story. We got articles, videos, news reports, everything. But first things first, elephant in the room. Some of y'all are going to say, hey, ABL, this stinks. I don't like this. This looks like Trump trying to get revenge on Letitia James because he lost that lawsuit that she brought against him. And look, that's a valid observation. That's a good question that you have in your mind. That is a good suspicion to have. However, I don't think they would bring this lawsuit if there was nothing there. Because of what I just said, it's going to automatically be a lot more scrutiny on this lawsuit because of the context compared to the lawsuit that came before this by Letitia James. Let's get to a little bit of context. You see the headline here: President Trump's New York fraud debt tops $500 million. Now, remember, Letitia James accused Trump of overvaluing his properties in New York to, quote unquote, fraudulently get loans from banks, which is the dumbest thing in the world. Listen, you can say your house, your car, whatever you own is worth whatever you want to say is worth. Ultimately, it's up to third parties, other people, other companies to agree. Okay, your home's going to get appraised. They're going to inspect. They're going to do all of that to see what your property is actually worth. And at a certain point, it might be some negotiations. You say it's worth X, they say it's worth Y, and you agree on Z, and you get money based on that. In the case of Trump, there's no need for him to have to go through all the rigmarole because he's Trump, a billionaire who has done a lot of bank business previously and paid back all the loans. So what would be the purpose of him trying to defraud the bank? How are you going to defraud the bank when you say your house is worth X amount of money? They're going to go check if they really need to. And ultimately, he paid back all the money. So who's hurt in the situation? Who's actually hurt here? Now, this is her in previous times, earlier this year, last year, etc., talking about no one is above the law. Hopefully, she means that she is not above the law as well. And of course, this video, that article, other videos will be in the description box if you want to see them and hear them without my commentary. If you're in IG, Facebook, etc., visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Representing our respective states, stand up and enforce the rule of law. The president of these United States is not above the law.
No matter how rich, powerful, or politically connected you are, everyone must play by the same rules.
Please sue him for us.
Oh, we're going to definitely sue him. We're going to be a real pain in the
So that's her talking all that stuff, right? Okay, now let's get to the allegation. Let's get to the allegation of mortgage fraud.
Another legal battle could be brewing between President Trump and New York Attorney General Letitia James. This time, it's the Trump administration accusing her of mortgage fraud.
Fox 8's Morgan Mackay has details on this bombshell allegation. So, Morgan, what do we know?
Yeah, Steve and Natasha, the Federal Housing Finance Agency is alleging that State Attorney General Letitia James engaged in mortgage fraud. And now the agency has made a criminal referral to the Justice Department seeking federal prosecution. The agency is alleging that Attorney General James falsified records in order to get home loans for a property in Virginia they say she claimed as her principal residence in 2023. According to the federal agency, as Attorney General, James is required by law to have her primary residence in New York. The agency also alleges that James, in numerous documents, misrepresented a building she bought in Brooklyn, saying it only had 4 units instead of 5. And they allege that James purchased another property with her father as a co-signer, but falsely listed the pair as husband and wife in 1983 and 2000. But these
that's the Ilhan Omar stuff right there. What's going on with this? Marrying family members, your primary residence is in Virginia. And by the way, I looked her house up in Virginia because I'm from that particular neck of the woods, Norfolk, Portsmouth. Her house is right in Norfolk, Virginia, right by NOB, which for you guys that don't know, that's a naval base. It's right there by the base, right there by like Terminal, in between Terminal and West Little Creek, right there. What's that like? Titus Town or Ward's Corner, that particular area. If you know, you know. But I digress. Oh, also, that house is kind of in the really hood area. I don't know why that house is her primary residence or listed as such. It's kind of strange, but I digress.
Allegations are somewhat similar to the ones that President Donald Trump faced. James won a civil case against Trump in 2023 that found him guilty of overvaluing his properties in order to take out more favorable loans. Trump is currently appealing that decision. In a statement, James' office said, quote, Attorney General James is focused every single day on protecting New Yorkers, especially as this administration weaponizes the federal government against the rule of law and the Constitution. She will not be intimidated by bullies, no matter who they are. Attorney Imran Ansari weighs in.
Now, before he gets into it, I think he'll beat this case, because to say that I overvalued my property and that's somehow illegal, that has never been a thing that anyone has been convicted of. I don't even know how they found it to be a crime at all. And I know it's a civil lawsuit, but it shouldn't be anything. This is just regular business that's done every day, all day long. If what Trump did is a crime, then the entire real estate industry would be guilty of doing the same thing.
What's ironic about this is that Trump and his supporters have always called out that the prosecutions against him and others were politically motivated. Now that he's in office, if this is in fact a charge that's going to be brought, the same argument can be used against him and the administration.
See, ain't that what I said earlier? That's what I said earlier. So knowing that they're going to think that way, you got to have a solid case before you bring it, because automatically it could be dismissed as revenge.
Now, no charges have been filed at this time. The criminal referral was also dropped on the same day that Attorney General James confirmed that her office is investigating whether the Trump administration engaged in insider trading during last week's 90-day tariff pause.
See, now it's kind of like a bunch of back and forth. Letitia James already got this big judgment, which will probably get thrown out. Now you want to do more insider trading, all this stuff. You're harassing them. So how about you just stop and clean up your own backyard before you want to keep harassing the president? Okay, now she kind of responded. Okay, she kind of responded, not necessarily directly, but she did say something. This is at Al Sharpton's outfit, National Action Network. Check it out.
My mission is clear. I'm focused. I'm prepared. I'm ready. I've been trained by the best. I went to Howard University that overturned legal segregation in this country. I've been taught in those classrooms where Thurgood Marshall once taught. I'm not afraid of no president. Donald Trump, we're ready for you. We're coming for you. We're standing up for you. We're fighting on. We're not going down silent. Victory, my friends, is clear. It's now. And I'm not waiting 4 years. I'm waiting 2 until a speaker by the name of Hakeem Jeffries comes to bring us some rest. Come on, ladies. It's up to us. We saved this democracy before. We'll save it now. Let's go.
All righty. Nice and fired up. Hopefully you keep that same energy when you go to the penitentiary to make big rocks to little rocks, potentially. Now, as I close, I want to say this. Look, Letitia James, anybody, y'all just stop harassing people. Like, what are y'all doing? The law was not intended to be weaponized in this way. So just stop all this activity. Look, I predict that if you guys stop all of this, then there's no need for the administration to do anything to y'all. That's kind of what I predict. And again, if you want to try to do stuff like this, make sure that your house is clean, okay? Make sure you got a spotless house and it ain't no funny stuff going on, because just as much as you're able to try to harass other people, engage in lawfare with them, they could do the same thing to you. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your opinion on what's happening right now with Letitia James and the allegation of mortgage fraud? Primary house in Virginia, right by NOB, kind of in the hood area. But do you live there for real? You listed your father as your husband. Some Ilhan Omar activity. Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. This is not surprising at all for a lot of these liberal Democratic politicians. It's always the same thing, okay? Pointing the finger, you did this, you did that, and they do all that, but then they get a crazy situation in their own homes. It's always like that, not surprising, allegedly. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.